Hey you guys, what is going on? Final Boss back with another video. So I just wanted to kind of go over a few things with you guys right off the back about the update changes that are coming on or that are coming up. So, in my opinion, I don't think the poison is not going to be obviously the same as what it was before. The reason why the poison was so good before is because of the slowing mechanism, and it kind of brought everything back. Now everyone's like, okay, the minor poison meta is going to be back. It might be, but it's still not going to work. The Mega Minion is not going to get nerfed enough to where it's going to actually make a big difference, and it's still not going to end the Fireball because the Fireball is direct and immediate damage. So if you're doing a Ice Golem in front of a Hog push and you send in a Fireball, it's going to completely kill the Barbarians, allowing your Hog to get to the tower to do a lot of damage and continue to hammer away on that tower. So the poison, on the other hand, is not going to be able to take care of those barbarians. Yes, now the radius is going to be a lot better, and it is going to be able to inflict a lot more damage. But as you guys can see, the fireball on a max level does 333 damage, and if you slide all the way down here to the poison, it's at 33 times 10, which is 330, but it's going to get a 10% boost. So that's putting it at 363 damage. So yes, it's going to do more damage. And if the poison is actually going to be highly used card up in the top of the meta, or in the top of the game, then yes, it is going to change things, because then the tombstone's not going to be used. But I'm seeing a high usage right now in the furnace. So the furnace can actually shut down a hog completely if that's it. So as you guys can see, furnace is a highly used card. I did lose earlier to this guy. Yeah, I did lose to him, and he had a lightning that was ended up being the win. And I actually did that. I believe against somebody else in a previous video. But I was using lightning for a while. I think lightning is a great card. It's something that you can get a lot of damage with, and if you look at a max lightning, it does 502 damage to a tower. It's and a rocket does what, 703 or something like that. So it does a lot of damage. So yeah, so there it is. That's kind of my thoughts. I don't think that this is not the update that we've all been looking for. This is not going to have a lot of significance to it. I still don't think, at the cost of 6 on the pump, I still think it's going to be not a card that's going to be used at all, because it's kind of like if you drop 6 elixir, here comes a push on the other side, that's a lot of elixir. That's like dropping down a Royal Giant, and you have 4 to defend, so you can do an all-in push there and be able to kind of defend against that. So the Mega Minion might be a little bit, but I don't think it's significant at all. I mean, it's not gonna. It didn't do anything to the actual damage. It's not gonna make it a crappy card. It's still gonna be a highly used card, and I just don't see anything. People are like, well, the poison's back. Like I said, I just think this is a very insignificant change. Not the greatest of updates. So there we go. So we're gonna go on ahead and show you guys. Some of you were still saying, hey, how do you still beat Golem? I think that's still a question with this deck, is like, how do you beat the big cards? The Golems, like I said in previous videos, are they're not hard to beat, in my opinion. You just kind of push the other lane. Typically I'll start off with that. Just with the Hog and the Ice Spirit, typical push off the Hog right off the back where you get 2 hits. Oh, 1 hit, I'm sorry. So guys, everyone keeps asking for live battles and everything else, and I just put a video out previously about a miner and a rocket. I was having a lot of fun with it. I don't think that I can get my full train of thought into the video when I do live battles. I highly enjoy it, and to me it's a lot more fun to put out a video of kind of doing some more in-depth knowledge, being able to tell you guys what I think about this and why I did this, and some actual helpful things when I do a replay versus some of the live battles. So I know that I know I'm never going to be able to please everybody. And look at that, guys. The pig push actually worked right there on the hog, and kind of just slid right past the cannon. So that was kind of actually crazy that the hog didn't actually go to the cannon, even though it didn't even it pig pushed right on the bridge. So that was actually pretty interesting. But my style of videos that I was actually thinking about, and another reason I wanted to make this video and kind of tell you guys why I do things the way I do, is because I think those are the most helpful things that I can do, and I can get a full train of thought. Now, when I'm playing a video game that's completely live, my train of thought is on the video game, because if I'm sitting here giving you guys in-depth knowledge of what I'm doing during the gameplay, I'll really lose track of thought of the actual game. I mean, I can do it for a little bit, and it might work out for a little bit, but it's just not able to get the full thought out and actually be able to break it down. Now, you will get a little bit more, but I just feel like you're getting a little bit less. So that's kind of why I wanted to do, that's kind of why I do things, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know why I like to do these things. And it's also, you know, I like having fun doing this, so, and it makes it a lot easier for me. So like I put in the description, I do play on my phone most of the time because it's a lot easier. So there's a reason why that, you know, things are done that way. So I play it on my phone, and then I'll get on my iPad like I am currently right now, and going over the footage that was played on the phone. So guys, that was handled very easily. I'm kind of curious to see what the usage is. I have a feeling in the biggest of this update that the tombstone is going to be used probably less, and maybe the furnace is going to be used more. So maybe the furnace is that, but the tombstone is still a really cheap card. Canyon is used to be the most used card in the game for a very long time, because it was cheap. And the part of these decks, you know, looking at this, oops, that was his deck. Looking at these decks, it's a 2.8 cycle. So you're able to cycle to this deck very, very fast and cycle through it to get to the next card, and you can outcycle your opponent. So if you fireball, you know, you can put down a bunch of cheap troops and you can go through the next cards, and that's why this makes this deck so good. So yeah, that is kind of the reasoning why this is being done that way. Royal Giant is being heavily used card right now. It's pretty interesting to see that a card that has never really been in the top 200. I think even back in the day when RG was in its prime, wasn't even being used in the top 200. So RG's, I guess, back at it. I don't know exactly. I guess maybe the Inferno nerf or anything like that. So maybe if we start seeing some of these less and less of these hog decks, we'll see the usage of the RG. So I understand what Supercell is doing. They are trying to get a balance there, and you know, we got some great value there with that fireball. We were able to hit the Mega Minion and the Furnace, being able to take all that down very fast, and being able to do some damage. So yeah, I kind of feel partially responsible too for hitting #1 and making this deck go viral. This deck wasn't. This is what happens when decks become very popular up in the top 200. That's kind of how the trends get going. And this guy did not learn from his mistake from the last time, and we were able to get some pretty awesome value there yet again. We were able to hit 7 elixir there. And if you look at the fireball there, you know, yes, we would be able to get the poison down, but the Mega Minion wouldn't have been able to get down, and we're not going to be able to do direct damage. So that's another reason that the poison isn't going to be back to being the poison it once was. I really believe if they want to bring back the poison, they need to bring back the slowing effect. Now what they could do to fix some of that would be able to, you know, decrease the damage that it does, but increase the slowing capacity so that it is, you know, what it was. But at that point, you know, they did nerf the poison so that the giant meta would end. So I'm not sure exactly what meta we're in right now. The game seems like it's still kind of in a mix, and it's kind of all over the place. I thought that we were going to have some different answers, but currently, as you guys all know, the meta currently now is meta minion, tombstone, archers, you know, pretty much everything that's in this deck right now. So we went ahead and threw that fireball down, able to get the hit in, and you guys, the RG deck was handled very easily here. Not much of a sweat at all. Just gonna go on ahead and log, and then fireball, give him the thumbs up, and that was a good game. So very easily handled. Some of these big decks. Yes, you know, I did lose to, I think I lost to an RG deck. I've got 2 losses in 24 hours. But yeah, after I did lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, went on a 5-game winning streak, and I just called it a night after that. But the trophies do get lower the higher you do go up the ladders and go up in the rankings. So yeah, so I don't know what you guys think about it, and if maybe if you guys have this opinion that this update is going to be the saving grace. I just don't think so. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I had a really good game against Mekon earlier. We're going to go on ahead and show a quick, I'm going to actually show a draw. Maybe I could go on ahead and break down the other loss. But I'm going to go on ahead and show a draw against Mekon. Mekon's a great player. This was a deck that I was using previously, or a version of it. Instead of the miner, I was using Hog. I wasn't expecting the deck that he was using. I was expecting Hog. So whenever I saw the meta minion being dropped, I'm kind of playing really super slow against him. He is a really good player. Did not want to go on ahead and fork the game over. So I was kind of just chilling out, waiting on my tombstone to see if he was going to drop a Hog. Sitting on max elixir, so that was very interesting there. The archer actually pig pushed the Hog, and yet again, kind of how we saw in the last one, it kind of moved him over, even though he put him on the right side. So that's twice that it's done that. Pretty crazy. Seeing a barbarian hut, the support with the tombstone is going to be able to help out that with the help of the mega minion. So in the comment section, in the comment section, go on ahead and drop what you guys think is going to be. What do you guys think about the new update? I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. So we went ahead and pushed the other lane there, since the barb hut was still on the other side. You know, looking back, maybe I should have went ahead and continued to push this. Because if you see the ending, you're going to be like, just a little bit more damage on that right tower would have been the game here. Somebody asked me the other day, what is the benefit of splitting the archers? Well, it gives you support on both lanes, and I can throw down an ice golem down to help support and defend off, especially right off the back when you're kind of waiting on the opponent. Typically, if I don't have a Hog or anything to start off with, archers are a great split, and if you put them on one side, they might push the other with like a graveyard or something like that. So it's good to split them up sometimes. It's not always good to split them up. There's kind of more of a case-by-case scenario if one's going to be better than the other. The barbarian hut guys completely shuts down a Hog. Completely shuts him down. Fireball and a Hog is typically not even enough to even get through the thing as well. So we were able to get some great value there with the 3 muskets, being able to fireball there, and kind of a little bit of a distraction with the one of the elixir skeletons. The one elixir skeletons, the tombstone skeletons are coming out. So yeah, we're able to get some damage in with our hog here. Put our mega minion in the back, kind of waiting for his push, trying to build up ours. He's kind of waiting for us to get our push going on here as well. It's super early in the morning. I couldn't sleep last night, and we gone ahead and decided to see if we can slide past the barbarian hut. We were not able to do that. I needed something to push past it. Maybe I'll do a tutorial. I know Orange Juice has done tutorials on pig pushing, but maybe I can explain it a little bit different that can help it out. Maybe I can go on ahead and go through that. I thought at this point right here that I was actually going to almost be able to take it. Was not able to cycle fast enough, drop down our ice golem, just trying to get everything back to a logger or anything like that, and not lose the tower at the end. But it was a really close one. It was a really great game. So, yeah, maybe in the future TV won't hate me as much, and I can get back to getting some wins on there. So, you know what? It just shows that we're all human, guys. A loss is a loss. It's not the end of the world. And some of my teammates, you know what, were getting really mad and angry, and they keep losing trophies. So maybe that's another tip there. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If you guys are playing mad, you're going to be playing bad, because you're not going to be able to sit there and wrap your head around the game and what's going on, and you might just be doing all-in pushes every single time and not even be thinking about it because you're so angry. So just take a break, guys. Just walk away from the video game. Come back a little bit later, and you'll be playing a lot better. So if you're playing bad and you're not thinking right, yeah, just take a break. Just come back, and then you're gonna be able to have more fun. Excuse me. You're gonna be able to have a lot more fun with the game. You're gonna be able to have some more clarity and everything else. I'm still trying to work up a counter against my deck as well. Some of the things that I've had issues with that people are wanting me to post lost and talk about are two defenses. Two defenses I absolutely despise and is the bane of my existence in this game. Barbarian huts are big counters for the hog. Even being able to power through a deck that has Inferno and the Furnace. I mean, this is absolute insanity. I mean, like, I don't even get. A lot of times that people that play two defenses, they probably end up having more draws than wins. So that's not my style of gameplay. I'd rather play a fast and speedy hog deck. I've never really been super big on the miner. It's not really my forte or my style. I have played miner, and I can play it well. I used to play a miner deck that had like the minion horde cannon. It was a really, really great deck. It was probably one of the best you guys, that was like the most epic fireball ever. I believe I was talking to one of my buddies earlier. He posted on Twitter that you just throw a fireball there and you hope to get lucky with whatever else they put down. So that was a situation. If you guys have seen too in the last couple battles, not the one against Mekon, but the previous battle, you're not able to completely whip the hog there. So I kind of threw down everything I could to defend against that. Also wanted to put out on the archers, guys, that whenever a tower is down, you're not able to split push the archers. So as you can see, when I put them on the right hand side, that they did not split because the tower on the left side is down. So just to let you guys know, maybe if you didn't know that, that's a helpful hint that troops are not going to be split once a tower is down. Now this deck, with only a minute and change left, I've already taken out an early tower. I know how to defend against this guy's deck. This deck is very easy to defend against it. We did not get fooled that time as well. So fool me once, Shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on me again. Fool me 3 times. Shame on me again. Shame on you every single time you get fooled. No. Shame on you. Was it? Shame on you. Shame on me. I don't know. Whatever. But I learned from my mistakes. He kind of threw out his one-trick pony on the Goblin Barrel, and then I was aware of the next time. But yeah, just being able to find a way to counter things against your opponent. This game is like a game of chess. You will have to find a way to defeat your enemy. I got lucky right off the back. If this was a match that maybe was developed a little bit later, then maybe it might have been a lot more trouble. But we were able to kind of take that tower out early and play nice defense after that. And it's kind of a gimmicky deck, playing the bait decks. So, you know, if you know, once you kind of know that all of the tricks are out in the bag and you have the answers for it, it's very easy to defend against. But having two defenses, big counter to, you know, my deck. So losing to an Inferno again, lightning messed me up, but I was still able to get through a lot of these. It's just highly aggravating dealing with buildings. So I know if you guys wanted a lot of counters and to see some losses and stuff like that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Put your thoughts down in the comment about the update. It looks like it's a good sign to quit the video when the internet says it's going out. Thank goodness that's not mid-game. I will try to incorporate some live battles in the future. I'm not going to probably do that every single video. And most of my video style is going to be replays with breakdowns and try to give some tips in there. I am working on a new hog deck. I'm not sure exactly if it's going to work or not, but we're going to give it some shots. But this deck currently, you know, is probably still the best deck in the game. There's still a lot of guys up on the top that have used it since they saw that I had success with it, and then it was copied throughout the game. So it became a meta deck based off of, you know, when I hit the #1. So I mean, that was pretty cool. I didn't make up the deck. I think I saw it and I copied it as well. And that's typical of this stuff. I have made up some decks that did go viral. So did my homeboy Rebel. And we never got some of that credit for it. That's kind of interesting that the one that I actually did copy. So I'm not sure who actually I ever got this deck from, but I don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that sub button if you haven't. And I cannot thank you guys for all of your love and support. Thank you guys so much. And cannot wait to hit 10,000. I'm going to try to make something nice and special for you guys. And thank you guys so much. See you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.